feel like what I'll do is just take a photo every time you are exactly like so, and then you'll realize.
I don't use a fucking
podcast
laptop.
episode.
I don't use a laptop. So what do you want me to do here? Just handwrite everything? Get a fucking typewriter in here, and then we'll.
Okay, everyone just relax. Okay, episode 2 is on right now. I hit the timer, my bad. We are on. It's official.
Are we on?
Yeah. All right, guys. Where's the microphone? Oh shit! Put it on the mic.
There's the microphone.
Maybe I don't have the mic today.
This is ridiculous.
Let's see if I have the mic back here. Yeah, no mic. It's 2 athletes. Just 2 athletes today.
I'm just gonna overdub it.
Yeah. We're good. So we're sponsored by Keto Creamer. These guys helped us out a lot today. Put them right into our tea and coffee.
MCT oil. Talk about that.
Oils.
Talk about that.
Yes, how long have you been taking MCT oils? I started, we talked about it.
Not all that long.
No?
Not that long, no. A couple months.
It's good. Healthy fat.
Healthy fat.
You know, helps oxidize fat. Use it as a fuel source, energy source. And it tastes pretty good too. This one's vanilla. With a hint of coconut.
Yeah. Well, it's made with coconut oil.
Oh.
Coconut sugar.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's get into this bad boy. So let's kick it off with some animal talk.
Some animal talk? You want to talk about who?
Because this is what we were going to talk about last week, but we didn't get into it. The old pit bull versus a cougar.
So last week we talked about grizzly bear versus.
We were supposed to talk about this, but then it went off.
Versus silverback gorilla, and that we were both on the grizzly side.
Yeah. Then someone messaged me the other day. They looked at our podcast clip on Instagram and they said, "Don't underestimate the underdog," but I just don't think that's Sorry.
Doesn't stand a chance.
No.
Silverback gorilla.
No, Grizzly's not.
Like I said last week, anybody who thinks that the silverback gorilla would win is a fucking idiot. Because there's not a chance.
But yeah, so the pit bull, I think this is actually a good one.
It's a good debate.
Because the pit bull, the lockjaw on this thing, pit bull's what, like 50, 60 pounds?
I would imagine 60. Something
mountain
like
lion could be penny. Let's say I want to say a bigger mountain lion. 90 pounds?
Let's Google this.
Something in that range?
Let's Google this.
Yeah, because last week it was weird because you said that, like a cougar and a mountain lion, they're
the same thing.
My brother actually he was disappointed in my lack of knowledge because he's a big animal guy. And there's a certain category for them. But
mountain lion male. Oh, okay. It says a cougar.
Yeah.
Between 53 and 100 kilos.
100 kilos, shit. No, 220?
I don't know, man. It saes 53.
Well,
that seems like a big ass mountain lion.
That's a big mountain lion. 220.
Yeah. Last time I fought a mountain lion, it wasn't that big.
You probably ate that.
Males will weigh 110 to about 180 pounds.
Okay, so let's just go, 100, 130, 140 in there.
Okay.
So we got that versus a pit bull. Because here's my debate. I feel like I have a stronger chance, and most people do, to fight off a cougar than to fight off a pit bull. In essence. And just in the relative.
So why though? Why?
If you hear about like animal attacks, it's usually other people are helping get the pit bull off. Like people don't really like the pit bull's vicious in terms of like its intensity.
Yeah.
Ferociousness is consistent, right? And you always see when people get attacked, like it's like they bring in fucking cops and they're shooting it, and then there's the owners are having to drag it off. Like it's not the individuals like fighting the pit bull off.
Right.
Right. It's never that. It's never that story.
Yeah.
Or the guy killed the pit bull with his hands. I don't hear that very often.
No.
I don't think I've ever heard that. But the cougar one, you're hearing people kill cougars. But then again, that's like a 50-pound cougar, mountain lion. So if we're talking about 130-pound, it's pretty good debate. But I think a pit bull would win.
You think pit bull would win, eh?
I do.
So let's break this down. The weight. Okay, weight. Mountain lion's got the advantage. Yeah. Weaponry. Okay, so pit bull's weapon is what? No, it's jaw.
It's jaw.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Now, where it does have the advantage is when a pit bull locks onto something, over, lights out. You're not getting it off.
Yeah.
Like pit bull bites your arm, you're not getting your arm back.
Yeah.
Unless you kill it, shoot it, stab it.
I mean.
I don't know, something.
Even that,
yeah.
Sometimes you don't see it coming off.
Yeah.
But then you're right, the mountain lion has the claws. And the length.
Speed.
Yeah.
Is another thing. The other thing is, like, a mountain lion's a train. Like, I don't know, though. This could work as a disadvantage or an advantage. A mountain lion is a stalker.
Yeah.
Right? So they usually, when they're attacking, have the element of surprise.
Yeah.
Pit bulls
don't
give a fuck. They'll just
it's basically like a jiu-jitsu guy versus a wrestler. in essence.
Yeah,
You can be just a tough motherfucker.
Yeah.
Get in there and put your nose to the grindstone.
Yeah.
Just to get a little bit more technical, a little bit more, fluid.
The pit bull though, it'll come right at you. And here's the pit bulls go for the throat, right?
Yeah.
Like they try and if a pit bull gets the throat of a mountain lion, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So
who are you going with?
I'm going pitbull.
You're going with pit bull?
Yeah. Yeah. If I were to put my money on right now, and that thing went down, I'm not advocating animal fights. I'm just saying these things naturally happen.
I am totally advocating animal fights.
No, you're not. We're not about that here, okay? But again, if you were walking in the forest, right?
Hashtag Michael Vick.
But if you're walking in the forest and I have my pit bull next to me,
Yeah.
and a cougar jumps out, I'm thinking that cougar's getting fucked up. Fucked up.
I think
that pit bull's literally doing some damage to that cougar trying to attack.
I'm going with the cougar. And
All right.
I'm going with the cougar. And I want to hear other people's people
we should
weigh
get
in on
this
this.
conversation going.
Yeah, I think I think the pit bull is more likely to scare the cougar off.
Yeah.
However, I think if they actually went at it and fought to the death, I'd give it to the cougar.
Yeah.
I'd give it to the cougar just by weight and the fact that it has more weapons. I think those claws would do some serious damage, man.
But the weight is spread out. The pit bull's fucking like.
They're fast, though, man.
So
You get
is
hit
pit
with
bull,
it.
man. Dogs are fast.
No, I know, but you get hit with one of those claws.
But I don't think. But
Like,
dude,
you
the
ever
pit bull's
seen-
getting stabbed
Dude, you ever
and
see
shot,
a
man.
fucking house cat? You ever see a fucking house cat swat its paw at you? Like,
Sure.
I've been hit in the face by a house cat, and
Yeah.
it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Imagine, like,
But if a pit bull's
10
taking,
times
if
that with giant
If
claws.
a pit bull's taking stabbings and shots with a gun, bullets to it, and it's not fucking going off sometimes, what's a paw? Dude, that's some fucked up shit. That's crazy, man.
It's a great question. Great question.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, these things are gnarly.
I'm going with cougar.
So you think wolf would take out a cougar for sure, eh?
A wolf?
Yeah.
No, I think a cougar would take out a wolf.
No way, man.
Yeah.
I can take out a cougar. I don't think I can take out a wolf necessarily, depending on how big the wolf is. The wolf bite force is incredible. Like,
I'd fight a wolf before a cougar.
I don't think you would, man.
I would.
You'd rather, so you're telling me you walk down the forest on a trail, you'd rather see a cougar?
They're cats.
You'd
They're
rather,
creepy as
you'd rather
fuck.
see a wolf than a cougar.
Yeah.
Across from you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Just the way they stalk, too.
Wolf bite force. I think it has a strong, around 400 pounds bite force. A large wolf can bite down with over 1,200 pounds of pressure. Large cats are very strong. A jaguar can reach 700 pounds of pressure. That's
Okay.
funny. I didn't even type in the jaguar thing. It just came up.
Yeah.
And Siberian tiger 950.
Because your phone knows what we're talking about. They're like, we're going
I
to
think
set the
so.
record straight
It's
here.
actually listed.
This guy's an idiot. We got to fucking...
But
get this
wolf
right.
has 1,200 pounds of pressure.
Yeah.
Jaguar 700 pounds. Tiger 950. It has a stronger bite force than a tiger, a wolf, and almost double than a jaguar or a mountain lion.
But I feel like at that point it's a wash because either way, they're doing damage. Like they're doing irreparable damage.
No, but you're seeing people get bit by mountain lions, and like again, that bite force is big. That's 700 to
That's a jaguar,
to
though.
1,200.
It's a jaguar.
So that's even less than a mountain lion. Like a jaguar would be more than a mountain lion.
Yeah.
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 So we're
So
talking
mountain lion
probably-
would be less than that.
Yeah.
It's the claws, man. It's the claws.
I don't know, man. That bite force coming down on you? Fuck that. But yeah, those are some good conversations. We'll get this open to the public.
Yeah.
We're talking. Wolf,
Debate.
Pitbull, jaguar.
Leave Wolf out of it. Get some
We gotta
conflict.
get Wolf in next week then.
Yeah, we'll get Wolf in
Okay.
next week.
Going off that, then we want to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
Now, I listened to this in the song the other day, and it kind of got me thinking. Okay.
Okay.
Something about a Sunday girl. It was just in a lyric in the song. Like, I want a Sunday girl, and it got me thinking. Like, what does a Sunday girl look like?
Chick goes to church or what?
I think a Sunday girl just like, what does that signify for you when you think of like a Sunday girl? And characteristic wise, personality wise, looks wise, morals wise. Boring.
No. No, I don't know.
Mormon.
Wholesome. Mormon.
Wholesome,
Mormon. They
right?
go to church on Sundays.
Kind of like white. Kind of like
I have no idea.
Well, I think more wifey. You go for a hike with, have picnics with type thing. Like a wholesome,
Just
good,
a euphemism for
quality girl,
just
right?
quality, wholesome.
And then when you hear a Saturday
lady.
night girl, what do you think when I say, hey, I met a Saturday night girl the other night? What do you
Diana.
think? Okay, there you go. So there's your answer. But if you think of Diana, likes to dance, she's a mover, has a fun time.
She's a very wholesome girl.
Yeah, very wholesome. She's like a mix, a Sunday and a Saturday, right? But if I were to say like straight Saturday,
business in the front, party
like you almost think of like a ratchet girl.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Like a Saturday night girl.
Yeah, okay.
You know, going to the club, getting all turned.
Gotta drag her out at 2 a.m.
drag her out.
On.
No, it's not fun, right?
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people on social media, I mean, going guys and girls, you see with a lot of girls, right? Because the hypocrisy is phenomenal. Absolutely love it. Is girls will post pictures, okay, and they'll say they're largely provocative pictures. Okay. And that can look a few different ways, right? Maybe you're posting some butt pictures. Hey, who doesn't like a good butt pic? Right? We're guys. We like.
I post them all the time.
That's why I unfollowed you. Yeah. But
hashtag hockey butt.
Yeah, it's very inappropriate. But again, then they'll go out and they'll bitch about not finding a quality person or a quality mate, quality partner. Yeah. It's like you can't post that and assume you're going to find quality. You're not producing quality. Right. You know, and again, that doesn't say anything about your personality deep down, but what you're presenting to the world is not a genuine good image of yourself. You know, it's not. You're not telling me a great guy with great morals and great values and great ethics is going to look at that chick who's posting ass pictures on the daily. So that's the wife of my fucking kids one day. Ain't happening. Not happening. You're looking at that chick. You're like, damn, that's a hot girl. You don't know her per se, but you're the image you're presenting, and a lot of times, what you're seeing out there, you know, it's
interesting. It's interesting.
Interesting. It's a tough word.
It's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I haven't been scouting for chicks on Instagram.
I don't scout for them. They're there.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been happily married for a long time.
You don't gotta look too hard.
Love you. I don't. But so we're just speaking Instagram or strictly?
Yeah, let's talk. Instagram. It's probably the biggest social platform we have.
I think everybody is so fucking wrapped up in their followers that they're genuinely not even. I think that they're just doing whatever is necessary to attract attention to themselves, right?
That's unhealthy.
And I don't think, no, it's not. Not that it's. Yeah, no, I would agree that it's not healthy. But the interesting thing is, I don't think anybody even knows why the fuck they're doing it. Like, why do you do it? If you ask somebody, like, why do you care about these people following you? What's the answer?
Yeah, they don't know.
Best answer you can possibly give is, well, if I get enough followers, I get some free shit.
Yeah. Or status, right? A lot of people will ask you, like, how many followers do you have on Instagram? If you don't have enough, or if you're not following too many, like, for the general population, the people that don't take the time to actually be self-aware, it's like a criteria, it's like a hierarchy. Which it isn't, but we convince ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
The people that aren't self-aware, they convince themselves that that's of importance.
Yeah, the weird thing to me is that in this day and age, like if you say you apply for a job, right? Your potential employer or your potential interviewer will then troll you on social media.
Yeah.
Or they will look up your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, everything. And not only to see if there's anything in your history that is concerning, but they will look at how many followers that you have. And that's almost in some way is supposed to be representative of the quality of your work, or especially when we're in the fitness industry, right? Yeah. So like how many times do you go on Instagram and you get followed by a girl and then you click on her page who has like 35,000 followers. Mm-hmm. And really, and I'm not knocking it because I get why they do it.
Yeah. And if you're doing it for a business branding thing,
then I get it. And that's all fair. Yeah. Like, listen, I'm not I'm not knocking it. But all of a sudden, they have 35,000 followers, and the content is just non-existent.
That's garbage.
Yeah. But
you're listening to Chris D'Elia.
No.
He's a comedian.
Oh, the comedian, yeah.
But the other day, he hashtagged the unfollowing. He's like, here you are as a girl, you're posting a picture of you eating a Subway fucking sandwich, and you're doing a video you biting into that thing, and you want me to watch that when we got Game of Thrones on TV, and you got a girl riding a fucking dragon taking over a castle with the White Walkers coming in, and you think eating a Subway sandwich is entertaining to me. That's fucking audacity right there. Right? And that's what's going on. It doesn't make sense.
But yet they have the followers.
Because they're hot. Not because you're producing a good fucking Subway sandwich commercial.
No, because guys are dumb.
Of course.
Guys are dumb. This is men's fault. This isn't the women's fault.
It's both. Both parties I put blame on. A quality girl or a quality guy.
I blame the men.
But think what kind of men you're attracting. Jabronis.
But they don't give a shit. They just want the followers. We've already established that because it builds a brand and somehow makes it, your followers are representative of how quality of an individual you are.
Yeah.
It's the guys. Guys will literally...
But
they will see a
don't you think
picture.
that girls should have self-awareness of, like, the guys I'm attracting to my page probably aren't necessarily the most quality guys, and maybe there sure are.
Maybe they're not trying to date them. What do they care? What do they care?
But what are they getting out of it? That's what I want these people, these girls, these guys, whoever the fuck's posting the kind of pictures, to
a feeling of self-worth. That's what they get out of it, right? Because you get 15,000 followers and you feel like, okay, well, this validates my appearance or my aesthetic or what I do. If you're in the fitness industry, the fact that I can just post a new video every day of me doing a fucking hip thruster.
Yeah.
If you're a girl, it's like, oh, you have hashtag booty and you got to, some little stupid exercise with a band around you or what, and then, hey, you got 15,000 followers. It's amazing. And I get, all the credit to anybody who can pull that off because I'm certainly not an Instagram guru, but it's amazing to me. And I blame the men. I do. I blame the men because a guy will see a picture or a video of an attractive female and it doesn't matter what the fuck is written in the text field. It doesn't matter if the information that they're delivering in the video is even remotely accurate. They're like, follow.
Yeah, for sure.
Follow. Maybe there'll be another picture tomorrow where it'll be a close-up. Follow. And they'll just follow. I guarantee. I've never looked at other men's Instagrams, but I guarantee you, there's guys. No, I haven't. But they're
probably one guy.
No, I'm not saying that. I've looked at other men's Instagram accounts. I'm saying who they follow. Right? Like I've never gone on another guy's phone and be like, who do you follow? But I guarantee you that most of them, it would be just they'd have 1,500 people that are following. 1,400 of them would just be like young girls.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about them. Don't even know anything about them. And again, like, why are you following these people?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, what? How does that benefit you as an individual?
It gives them a distraction, man.
How does it help you?
Distraction from your life, and it gives you immediate sense of fulfillment. And I'm talking about very immediate. like 10 seconds in.
Fucking coin flip immediate.
Coin flip immediate. When that turns to fucking heads, you're like, holy shit, my life sucks again. Right? But again, unfortunately, that's
tails. Tails.
But that's what it is, right? It's insane to me. But again, I just wanted to go over, like, whatever you're posting out there, I don't want to see the hypocrisy. If you're posting for a brand or an image, do you? Who the hell am I to say not to do that? But don't go around the other side and say, well, like, I can't find a quality this or I can't find a quality that. Or
people don't take me seriously.
People don't take right? Yeah. Or everyone wants, or like if someone comments on your ass picture, you're putting it out there.
Yeah.
People are gonna comment on it. Yeah. You can't be surprised or offended if you're putting it out there. You can block people if that happens. But take the time to realize if I put out a whole bunch of ab pictures and I were jockeys and I had a whole bunch of gay guys contact me and hit me up. Can I be pissed off that those guys put it out there if I was out there fucking half naked? That's my own fault now. Right. I'm putting that shit out there to the world.
Not that there's anything wrong.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, but
my uncle's gay.
I agree.
But but I can't be offended by that. I can say I had the other day. That guy that
Let's talk about this.
We gotta get into something fitness oriented soon.
Hell no. Let's talk about this.
Okay, so I had a political figure, which is fucked up, right? I can't go.
Whose name we will not mention.
Whose name? It's Justin something. No, that's too obvious. How about Jay Vanza?
I was gonna say Justin something. I think you're talking about Trudeau.
Not Trudeau.
You're gonna clarify that.
Not Trudeau. Okay. So yeah, I get a message on Facebook about me doing some flexing. Because at first he says, "Hey, like, do you do any like?"
This story was just fascinating.
Some body flexing for that. And I asked him, like, well, is it for like a magazine? Is it for some sort of business? Like, or promotion? What's going on? And he messaged me back, no, for one-on-one. I'm like, one-on-one what? For like, again, I was trying to like, I'm like, well, what the fuck's this guy talking about? He's like, no, he's like, one-on-one, you like bicep flexing. And I wrote back, I'm like, hey man, like, I'm not gay. And he said, I'm not either. Well, I said, you're not straight.
So to sum it up, he wanted you to just stand there
and flex.
And flex for him.
Yeah, for money.
And how much?
$300 an hour. And
what'd you spend the $300?
Easiest money I've ever made in my life. But yeah, it's like, shit happened.
What amount of money?
Am I pissed that guy is creepy as fuck? It's weird.
It's
but
weird.
again, it is what it is.
But it's not the weirdest thing.
No, definitely not.
It's very strange to be the one who actually receives that message. Though.
Sure.
Like, that was.
But his oblivious and ignorance towards like this is normal, sir.
This is normal.
This is normal. Me offering you money to flex, and I'm not gay.
What amount of money?
Yeah.
Would have made you do it?
We talked about this. I said 10 G's and you were out the door.
I would have been flexing for 2.
You were flexing for 2 G's. Shit, man. You would have done it for a fucking keto creamer. But
you got a bag of keto creamer and some nuts.
He's got some nuts
He's
for you.
got some nuts for you.
That's for sure.
Oh, man.
I don't. The pride thing, man. Like I'm not struggling for money. I don't need to sell my fucking body to a guy in flat. Even if he's like, we talk about. Even if he said I'm going to go to the other room and cook eggs while you flex. Like I don't think I want to do that.
Was there not just a part of you just out of sheer curiosity that made you want to do
There was
it?
a part of me to say, hey, send me half that money. And then when he sent me, like, hey, Fred, you fucked up. All right? Don't do this to
A
anybody.
screenshot of their combo. I'm keeping the 150.
Don't do this to anybody else. You know? So, yeah, the guy is just fucked up, right? But I can't be pissed about that. It is what it is. He's creepy. He's
But
weird.
it was just weird.
Yeah, of
it was
course.
just weird. It was a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
It was a weird thing for him to do.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just people do weird shit though, right?
Yeah.
Like people do very weird things and then are almost like, you see this in the news with celebrities all the time, like people doing weird stuff and then being surprised when something, like Louis C.K.
Can't put your dick out and start jerking off.
One of my favorite comedians.
Yeah.
And then you have this like moral dilemma, when they do something like that, like, but no, seriously, like Kevin Spacey, like everybody's House of Cards fan.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, Kevin
Still
Spacey.
watching the show after that?
I didn't. But I didn't. But like, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Everybody loves him. My favorite
I always
movie.
thought he was creepy, by the way.
Creepy. But my favorite movie of all time,
Yeah.
still to this day, and that's why Kevin Spacey came to my mind. Usual Suspects.
Okay.
My favorite movie, right? And then you have this moral dilemma after you find out that he's just a douchebag.
Yeah.
Can I still like his art or his body of work while completely disagreeing with his morals or his character?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Or does that say something about me? Like, am I still allowed to watch a Kevin Spacey movie completely disagreeing with his behavior and how he lives his life, but still enjoy the film? I find I can't.
Can't.
I have a hard time with it.
Yeah, it was like
I
the
have a
whole
hard time
can
with
you
it.
listen to Michael Jackson? Can you listen to R. Kelly? Can you any of that kind of thing?
R. Kelly, no. MJ, man, it's hard.
MJ's probably worse, man. You guys diddling little kids.
Yeah, but no one's like, I haven't seen this new
Me neither. I'm
documentary.
hearing things.
But I don't know. Has anyone actually? I don't know.
Come on, you're a grown
I
man
think
with
it
kids
probably
sleeping
happened.
in a fucking bed together.
You got a roller coaster though.
No.
If you had,
You have
to
kids too. That should be the fuck. That should be.
Yeah, I wouldn't let him go to a sleepover with another adult. But if you had to be a kid,
Say it again.
I'm not gonna say that again.
You said you would let him go. You wouldn't let him go with an adult.
No, I wouldn't let my daughters go to a sleepover with another adult.
But he's doing that, so it's just him doing that. Whether he
What the fuck were the parents thinking?
they're retards.
But like the Louis C.K. thing, let's come back to that.
Yeah. So he was. As people don't know, he was
Masturbating in front of other people. Just how you want to come to my hotel room? For what? Just a drink. Then shut the door.
But
lock
wasn't he
the door.
masturbating like in back of comedy rooms?
Yeah, I think it was everywhere. It just kind of, but like, it's just whip it out.
Yeah. Can't be doing.
It's one of those things. As no,
I guess he's a comedian. He's
there's never been there's never been a single moment in time.
Yeah.
There's never been a single occasion that was made better by a dude whipping his dick out.
No.
Never.
That doesn't help the situation.
Never.
No.
Like you never leave the wedding. You're like that was a boring wedding.
Well, how was it?
Brandon whipped his dick out.
What if someone took their dick out and they had one of those top hat toppers on like a cake or something like that, and you took that, put it on your penis, and you took a picture of that?
It's funny.
It's pretty funny. You're not doing it in front of everybody, but you do it, and then it's like it's a King and Queens episode. That's why I brought it up.
Oh.
Yeah, he does it. And
All right.
everyone's offended and pissed off, but
So you were the guy that watched that show.
it was a good show. I mean, the guy. That's on for like 8 seasons.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a great show. You don't know Kevin James?
Oh, I know Kevin James.
Yeah, they're just playing it again on Comedy Networks. You know when it's a good one and they keep
So you're saying Kevin James whipped his dick out? That's what you're saying?
on The king of queens. Okay. Yeah. So, but I get what you mean. You can't be doing that. Situations don't get better by doing that.
Nothing ever got better.
No.
You're never at a party where a dick pops out and you're like, that's hilarious.
But even I'm not gonna whip my dick out just talking around like a girl I'm trying to hook up with either.
Some guys,
there's gonna be some sort of conversation.
No. But some guys do. Like we all had that friend growing up.
Yeah.
Who's 2:00 in the morning after some drinking.
Yeah. Thinks it's okay.
Balls are out.
Yeah.
Balls are out. Although one of the funniest things.
Yeah.
Dude, one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life was a picture, and I'm not even sure why this was so funny, but one of my friends passed out after a night of heavy drinking at a cottage, and then another guy who had another one of our friends who will remain nameless, but had the most gigantic balls I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And he just pulled them out and started taking pictures with his nuts on the other dude's.
Oh man! The guy didn't wake up.
The ultimate teabag. It was just fucking nuts on ice. No, he didn't wake up, and he saw the pictures the next morning.
No.
He lost his shit. Yeah, I'm serious.
That's amazing.
Yeah, just standing right behind him.
Does he hold his dick up?
Yeah. Standing behind him, shit eating around his face.
The funny thing is, if you put the dick down, it was the nose. That would be great.
Shit eating around his face, just.
No.
Yeah, nuts on ice.
Was the guy pissed?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's fun. Yeah, you gotta laugh about it in some sense, but you also super
hilarious.
Pissed,
So I take back what I said about dicks not making things funnier.
Maybe they always make things
that was
funnier.
funny.
People never said to humor.
That's funny.
I don't know.
That was funny.
All right. You want to get into something fitness oriented?
Yeah. I don't know.
We got.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could talk about training technique.
Yeah.
And we got a bro tip we got to get in here too.
Yeah.
This is going fast. We got 3 minutes, but we'll take
3 minutes.
We'll take a break.
That's it.
We'll take a break, then we'll do a 10-minute. We'll do a 10-minute extra today. So we'll get into proper technique. So I guess how to avoid injury, because you're really good. You've had a lot of injuries in your career playing hockey. You've done a really good job. You're very mobile, very flexible, and with that, you're not very injury prone anymore.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of explosive movements too, like Olympic lifting. You're a coach. So tell people about how maybe proper form that they can implement into their workout routine. Again, that can be effective from a lot of different angles.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you've seen you've seen all my videos. We work together, you've seen the stuff, and you do some crazy shit too. But I like to push the envelope of everything that I do in a gym. Right? I get bored very easily.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking at an exercise, like say it's just a shoulder press or bench press. When we were talking about hanging kettlebells off the end of the bench press, just to work on your control, your shoulder stability, your postural stability. And but when I'm in the gym, when I'm looking or trying to program stuff for myself, there's always a focus. But I love that feeling of being a little bit nervous for the workout.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, for
sure. Like when I'm looking at a workout, if it's something that I am like fundamentally really sound with, like that's why I love Olympic lifting, because Olympic lifting, for example. Even if you're just doing it on your own, it doesn't have to be for competition, but if you're taking, you're doing clean and jerks, or you're doing snatches, or you're doing even overhead squats, something like that, if you aren't tactically proficient, right, if your technique is not sound and you're not focused on what you're doing, the risk of injury or the risk of negative repercussion as a result of that lift going wrong is fairly significant. Right? And so I love that. I love when I'm a little bit nervous to do things that I'm about to do in the gym. When I'm looking at the workout ahead of me and I go like, oh my God, you know what? I've never tried this before. It doesn't matter how long you've been in gyms, there's always something that you can push the envelope with.
Yeah.
The easiest way is obviously weight, but then there's through different movement patterns, and like kettlebells are one of my favorite pieces of equipment, right? Because they're so versatile. You can do so much with them. How are we doing for
38
time?
seconds.
38
Well, yeah,
seconds?
we're going to get another 10 minutes kicking, so.
You want to stop it?
Stop
Restart it? Or no?
Yeah, that'll stop it.
Yeah, okay. Keep going.
Yeah. We're back to full another 30 minutes.
Damn.
We should have shut the store. Sorry.
Next time.
10 minutes. The 10 minutes before we get class kicking here. Good 5.
But the other thing on that note is if you, I wouldn't recommend, obviously, as a coach, that anybody go out and try something brand new or really, basically don't do dumb shit, right? Like, there's a way to properly progress things. right? So like the other day, for example, when like I did a video where I was doing an overhead walking lunge with Adam as a barbell, for example, right? And Adam's like, he's only about 165 pounds, but it's a different beast when you're holding a human being over your head instead of a barbell. So, I mean, I knew that I could do that without a doubt. But thinking back years ago to the first time where I did a walking lunge, for example, so, you progress it. You start with a bar, you start with a light bar, do it as an overhead walking lunge. Then work your way up to the weight of the human being that you are about to lift, right? Then exceed the weight of the human being that you are about to lift, because you know that lifting a person is going to be a hell of a lot more awkward and less stable than holding a bar that's perfectly balanced will be above your head, right? And then at that point, I even started looking at it and thinking, okay, well, if I'm looking at Adam, when I have him above, or this individual that I was lifting the first time, when I lift him, the majority of his weight's going to be on my right arm, because that's where I'm going to be holding his arm. Right? So I offloaded the barbell. So it was a little bit heavier on my right side, and then I did the same thing, a little bit heavier on my left side, just to get used to keeping a stable midline while having an offloaded weight above my head.
Did you ever try kettlebells too, hanging for the stability aspect?
I didn't at that point, but I mean, it would work. Yeah. And then after that, I tried it with the human.
Cool.
Right? So that was, and that's just one small little example, but that's how I progress everything. There's a very methodical approach to everything I do, because I get a lot of people coming up to me and saying like, oh my god, that was you're gonna get hurt one day. Like the other day I did a video standing on a Swiss ball or stability ball while I was doing kettlebell clean and presses. Right? And they're like, if you had a fall, and oh my god, like, and you get those reactions, but I know, it was so well rehearsed before the video is made, right? Like I didn't hop up on the ball and go, oh, I wonder if I could do this, and then, did it. Like there was, and I'd done it. I knew that I could do it, but the first time I did it, it was like, let's see if you can stand on the ball, right? And then you practice standing on the ball, and then you practice just moving on the ball, and then you practice just turning, a little bit of offloaded work, and then you start with the clean, a very slow controlled clean. You just progress it. Right, and if you do that properly,
perfecting movements prior
absolutely
to bringing it all together.
One of the first things that I ever learned when I started Olympic lifting was how to fail. Right, it was how to fail properly and safely. So if if you're hitting a snatch and you catch that bar in the pocket of that squat, and shit starts going wrong, you need to know how to dish that bar. You need to know how to get rid of that bar safely. Right, so that's where all that mobility work comes into play, because you get yourself into a bunch of compromising positions, and it's so fast and dynamic and explosive that things just happen that are unpredictable. And you train yourself to recognize. If you're in a competition, it's a little bit different, because you got it. Like sometimes, like you have to be as fundamentally sound as you possibly can be, but at the same time, if something goes wrong, you're trying to fight through it a little bit more than you would in practice. But you get to the point where you're so technically refined that as soon as the bar like leaves your hip, for example, in a snatch or a clean and jerk, when something it's just a split second, it doesn't feel right, and then you let it go, just let it go, right? So part of it is just lifting in a safe environment, right? But progressing things properly, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't think about. They don't take that into account,
or they're too scared to even attempt. Like the big move, like a snatch, right? And then they don't ever do a snatch because they're like, well, I can't do a snatch.
They don't do snatches?
Yeah, they might not do, someone might not snatch.
You missed the joke there.
No. Just fucking Louis C.K. over here. But you know what I mean? Like, they look at that and they're like, well, why don't you start getting flexible?
Yeah.
Why don't you start getting some more shoulder mobility, right? Getting like a good deep squat, or like better, right? Just progress the movement slightly. Maybe it's
instead of just saying I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to do this. It hurts my shoulders when I do an overhead squat. I can't do it. Well, there's a fucking reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you can't overhead squat.
Yeah. There's a reason why you can't do the things you do now. It's years of repetition, practice, intentional, intelligent practice.
Yeah, and progression, right? Like that word gets thrown around a lot in the fitness industry, and I think the majority of coaches don't even know what the fuck they're doing when they're trying to progress somebody into a serious lift.
Yeah.
But that's what it boils down to. It's a lot of it is just progression and working your way into something a lot more complex and dynamic.
We're getting the call here.
Bro tip.
Bro tip, quick bro tip.
Bro tip of the day?
Yeah. You said you had one for me.
Don't try and invent exercises.
Okay.
unless you really know what
You see a
you're
lot of
doing.
people with fucking machines these days, and you're
That
like, that's not how it works.
specifically, that's what I'm talking about.
We'll do
You know, like
minute pro tip. We'll do this
machines.
time on. Yeah. Go ahead.
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute pro tip, and then it ends.
Machines move in a specific direction for a reason.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of machines.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fucking bodybuilder, and I'm not rehabbing injuries. So to me, I like to train on my feet, right? But if you're using machines, use them for what they are. If you are inventing something, if you're on a machine and you're going, wow, I have never seen anybody do this. I'm onto something. You're not onto something.
No.
There's a reason why nobody's done it.
Fucking idiot.
There's a reason why no one's done it. And there's probably a dude over in the corner with his cell phone out filming what is about to happen because it's going to look so ridiculous.
Yeah.
So just use the machines for what they are. And again, if you think that you're creating a new exercise, A, you're probably not. Or B, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you need to stop at that moment. When you go, I've never seen anyone do this before, just stop. Put it away, put it in the closet, because it's not going to be good.
No.
It's not going to be good.
I think people think it's like they're cool as shit for making stuff up. Like, no.
No.
Retarded, sir.
Yeah. Chest pressing on the leg press. You know, saw that one the other day.
No.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just sitting back and just driving the sled up with his hands.
Don't do that. That was good, though.
It's ridiculous.
Episode 2. Fantastic.
Done.
All right. See you next week.
Pleasure, sir.
That was a good episode.